Annealing screen ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಇವರು ಉಮೇಶ್ ಬಾಬುರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಯಾರು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದು ಇದು ಏನು ಅವರದ್ದು ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಅದನ್ನ ಅದು ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದು
Good morning. Online is okay. Bharat Ratna Professor C.N. Rao, Dr. S. Chandrasekhar, Secretary DST, Professor Anupurni, Director Astrophysics, Professor B.L.V. Prasad, Director Science, Deans, Chairs of Units, faculty colleagues, officers, and invitees. Good morning and a warm welcome to you all to this event of unveiling the foundation stone of School of Advanced Materials, SAMat, SAMat building or SAMat structure. It's a great moment, particularly for SAMat members. On this occasion, a special welcome to DST Secretary. This is his maiden visit after taking over as DST Secretary. We have known him since his IICT days as a renowned synthetic organic chemist, a great colleague and a friend. Prior to taking over charge at DST, he was the director of IICT. And one may imagine that he must be even more busy these days being in Delhi. And despite his hectic schedule, he made it a point to visit JNC. In fact, he just wanted to drop in to say hello to Professor Rao and greet him. But I grabbed this opportunity to actually have him for this small event. Thank you. Thank you very much. And Professor Wagmare, I request our Dean faculty to present flowers to DST Secretary. We are very fortunate that Professor Rao is with us. Thank you, sir. And also thank you, madam, for your gracious presence. Umesh, could you kindly present flowers? I'm pleased to welcome Professor Anpurni and Professor Prasad, and flowers to them as well. And from Mindspace Architects, we have Mr. Medappa. Kindly receive the flowers. So welcome to you all again. I'm not going to talk about the SAMat and activities and all. My colleague will be covering it. While secretary is with us, I just want to mention that material research activity at JNC has definitely made its mark globally. I think you got to see some of those during our previous meeting. And we also witnessed Professor Rao receiving International ENI Award in energy research recently. And as of last few days, you were with Mantriji, where the coffee table book was released, and it's heartening to note that 7 of our colleagues figure in this, what is it called? 75 scientists under the age of 50, right? They have chosen some number. 75 is the related to India's independence, and also under the age of 50, there are 7 of them which are listed out. So congratulations to my colleagues, and it's a moment of pride for us. So moving further with the program, I now request my colleague, Professor Sundareshan, who is also coordinating SAMat activities, who is chair of the materials unit, to brief us on the SAMat activities. Thereon, we will have the unveiling of the stone art. The program is going to be very brief. I think it will close by 11:30. Professor Sundareshan.
Thank you, Professor Kulkarni. Bharat Ratna Professor C.N.R. Rao, Dr. Chandrasekhar, Secretary DST, and Professor Kulkarni, President JNCSR. So in the next few minutes or so, I will be giving an overview of School of Advanced Materials and its activities. So as you can see, slides? Okay. So it's a very nice logo, thanks to Professor Sobna Narasimhan. And below that, you can see the letters SAMat. In fact, the word looks like a Hindi or Sanskrit word, and the letters also in a Hindi. So very nicely made logo. And I don't know really the meaning. I heard that this is an equanimity in Hindi or Sanskrit, but we understand the meaning of School of Advanced Materials, certainly. So SAMat started a few years ago as a virtual center, and today it will be going to be a physical reality. So in few minutes, and thanks to Professor C.N.R. Rao for his vision and leadership. So I must tell you how this was created. What was the idea? So in 2018, so before that, I must tell that what are the constituents or the members of School of Advanced Materials. These are the faculty members from Chemistry and Physics of Materials Unit, Theoretical Sciences Unit, and International Center for Material Science and New Chemistry Unit. And I must tell you that CPMU was the first unit created in JNC, along with the JNC, the founder by Professor C.N.R. Rao. So we have completed now 25 years. So later, other units have joined. So it was mainly created for materials research. And later, Theoretical Sciences Unit, ICMS, and NCU also joined to expand the materials research activities in JNCSR. So the chemistry in 2018, so nearly, I said, 25 years after the inception of JNCSR and CPMU, because it happens simultaneously, Professor Rao wanted to evaluate the materials research activities in JNCSR and suggested to Professor Nagaraj, who is here. He was the president at that time. And we must have a review committee by experts from national and international fields. And that's how we started. In fact, we all presented the work, and the review committee appreciated the materials research activity in JNCSR, and then suggested that, there are small units, and if we can bring together and an umbrella structure, it would be nice so that we can foster collaboration among the various units, and also it will be outside world, it will be known to, for international visibility, basically. And this is how the School of Advanced Materials was born. And the heads of the 4 units of the CPMU, TSU, ICMS, and the NCU are the coordinators of the SAMat, and one of them is the convener, and it will keep changing every 2 years. So, and we have very important academic programs. So this is the integrated PhD in chemical sciences and integrated PhD in physical sciences specialization in materials. So we can see this is chemical sciences program is run by new chemistry unit with jointly with the associate faculty members of CPMU, because CPMU have both chemistry and physics faculty members. So the chemistry faculty members join the in PhD program in chemical sciences, and CPMU runs this integrated PhD in physical sciences materials jointly with theoretical sciences unit. And both programs have been very successful. We also conduct several conferences and meetings under SAMat, and this was the first international conference, Chemistry and Physics of Materials, Glorious Past and Exciting Future. In fact, this meeting was organized to recognize and appreciate the scientific contribution by Professor C.N.R. Rao. And this meeting was really a wonderful meeting. And in addition to that, particularly on his 85th birthday occasion. And we also have many other yearly events, brainstorming kind of events to plan the yearly activities of SAMat. And we had one in 2018 in Dandeli, and this was the pictures from, I think, yeah, so in the west of Karnataka, and Professor Rao welcoming, and Sabna Nashriman conducting a session, and Subir Das is giving an effect, and many others giving Professor Sood and Sampath. And we had finally, a session on brainstorming what is the plan for next 1 year. And that's how we decide the plan for every year in this meeting. So a very important meeting, but we could not do it last 2 years because of the COVID. So we also have this annual materials lecture under SAMat. So we started with SAMat materials lecture, and first lecture was given by Professor Ramgopal Rao. And then we thought, the SAMat members thought it is more appropriate to name this after Professor C.N.R. Rao. So we call C.N.R. Rao Annual Materials Lecture. And the first one was given by Professor Martin Janssen in 2020. And the second one was given by Professor Chanupati Jagdish. And this is an yearly event. So we also publish papers. We used to have our own unit names in the publications. I'm sorry that I'm promoting my own paper here, or our own paper here, but we write here School of Advanced Materials before CPMU. The other people will write, for example, New Chemistry Unit or Theoretical Sciences Unit, ICMS. So this is the idea was proposed by the review committee. So we bring first the School of Advanced Materials here. So we also published the first paper by World Scientific on advances in the chemistry and physics of materials. You can see these are the various topics covered, nanomaterials and other miscellaneous materials which are covered and their properties, and energy materials, theoretical and computational material science. So all these contributions comes mainly from the SAMat members and their students. And we also had a SAMat focus issue in 2021. 20 at the end of year, volume 43, you can see. So about 20 articles published, and the guest editor was Professor Sampath from IISc. And so on the occasion of the Silver Jubilee of CPMU, we have a special issue on functional materials in Material Research Bulletin, elsewhere. This will be soon released. And we also have a new book on energy materials, which is being planned. These are the books and other publications activities. So under the guidance of Professor Kulkarni, so what we have done, we have brought all the common facility which belong to different units like CPMU, NCU, ICMS, common units, so that anybody can, any researchers from JNC can use this facility. So we have brought this an online booking system, and soon it will be released for outsiders with a payment system like other was doing that. So this is a very recent one. And now we have come to this physical reality. So this is the site map or the plan of this building. So we are here. So you can see just opposite is the building is going to come just next to this lighthouse. And the details are here. We have a ground floor about 8,500 square feet, first floor 6,000, and second floor around 6,500. And there is a small terrace in the second floor, which is 450, and the total is 21,750 square feet. We have 11 labs, and in fact 12, and we made one in the meeting room, a conference room. And the total cost is coming to 5.6 crore. And here comes the very important thing that we must thank Professor CNR Rao. It is because of him, because I must read this very carefully, because the funds comes not all non-governmental agencies. So the SAMat building project could be initiated because of the generous support of Professor CNR Rao through the materials research funds, which have been sourced from various non-government agencies. So from the vision to execution of all this building and everything by Professor Rao. So thank you very much. So now we move on to this, the plan of these buildings, first floor, second floor, ground floor, and then also walk through. So you can, yes, walk through. Yeah. So this is the overall map. This is the ground floor. So you have this entry here, and there are 4 labs, and there will be an office here, SAMat office, and the other facilities like UPS room and so on. And this is the first floor. Again, we have 4 labs, and there is a terrace here, open terrace, and a lounge here. So we can walk through.
We will now have unveiling of the foundation stone. I request Secretary and Professor Rao to join.
Friends, good morning. Greetings to all the leaders sitting in this auditorium. My special greetings to Professor Sienna Rao, Madam Sienna Rao, Professor Sood, Ila Madam. I'm your Chotu Madam, and Kulkarni, of course, and two directors from our DST labs. Greetings to all of you. It's really a great honor to be part of this momentous event where Professor Rao has vision to have SAMat in this campus, and then a non-governmental building coming up in this campus has been a dream coming true. Honestly, whenever I come to Bangalore, I always had a desire to come to JNC and meet Rao sir in person when I was a scientist, as a director. I always made sure that I come take his time and meet him for a minute. And on the day I became secretary, my first call was to Srinivasan. I should talk to sir. And then sir told that, no, you should come and meet me in person. And it's such an honor, sir, to be meeting you today. Unfortunately, because of the Omicron, we could not travel so much, but now that travel restrictions are over, and hopefully there's no other wave, we should be able to travel freely. Congratulations to the SAMat team that you are getting a new building, new ideas, new thought processes, and of course, new facilities. I do believe that the kind of statistics Professor Kulkarni mentioned today, that a large number of contingency of young scientists are here in the top 75 scientists of the country. And as India marches towards the 100th independence year in 2047, I do believe that activities of SAMat and JNC would really strive to make sure that India's dreams come true in the 100th year. For me, it's a great honor to be part of this event. And when I look back and remember my first meeting with Professor Rao sir, I was always asked to escort Rao sir from airport to IICT guest house. That was a luxury and pleasure, honor given to me whenever Professor Rao sir was coming to IICT. While there was a large contingency of young faculty, everyone wants to go and receive sir, but all directors bestowed that responsibility on me. And I had escorted sir from airport to IICT maybe dozen times maybe. And every time was a learning in the car, talking for an hour, very private time talking to sir. And I do remember on the day when he instituted Professor Sienna Rao Award in CRSI. He asked me, did you get this award? I said, no, sir. And then he immediately called Professor SCN and said, this year we are going to give to Chandrasekhar this prize. So the kind of decision sir takes and identifies, I think it's phenomenal, sir. I think I'm here because of you. I'm not secretary here. I'm a JRF with Professor Sienna Rao. And it's an honor to be part of this journey, what I have gone through in the last 30 years in Indian science. Secretary is a huge responsibility, but also it comes with, you have to swim really the Black Sea with, you're tied up from all sides. And the kind of GFRs, we have the kind of financial rules and all that. Hopefully we will do good. And I know now that all our 15 autonomous institutes within DST have to be consolidated under one umbrella, as the government believes that all should have the same mandate and all work towards betterment of science and technology. So Professor Kulkarni and Professor Balram are driving this activity. Hopefully this will be towards good for all of us. And at DST, at least I assure all my friends on the call and also who are personally present here, I think whatever is best for all of us, all the stakeholders, would be met with extreme care. We will not rush up the documents to make sure that we do critical evaluations before we really put up to the cabinet. And the Honorable Prime Minister would like to announce on the 15th August, this national university of conglomerate of all the DST autonomous institutes. And hopefully that would get rankings in top 100 with the kind of labs like JNC leading from the front and all the fundamental science. I'm sure this unique organization would come up in the top 100 institutes in the world very soon, with 15 institutes like IACS, Bose, Raman, Astrophysics Institute, what we have. Then we have institutes in Dehradun. And Bangalore is the hub of DST actually. Maximum labs are present for DST or in this city. And also when we are mapping our fund allocations, Bangalore and Delhi and Kanpur top the list of the parking of DST funds. So we'll be happy to fund wherever good science happens, and looking forward to working with all of you very closely. And again, thank you for giving this opportunity to be part of this important event. And sir, for your blessings. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Bharat Ratna Professor C.N.R. Rao, Dr. Indumati Rao, Professor Srivari Chandrasekhar, Secretary DST, Professor G.U. Kulkarni, President JNCSR, former presidents of JNCSR, and guests from other institutes, our faculty members, officers, and architects. A very good morning to all of you. It is an honor for me to express word of thanks on this occasion and acknowledge the contribution of those who made this event possible. First, on behalf of the center, my sincere thanks to Professor C.N.R. Rao and Dr. Indumati Rao for being with us on this special function. And also thank you, sir, for the vision and guidance provided in conceptualizing the proposed SAMat building and for generous funding, sir. Thank you, sir. On behalf of JNCSR, I give heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Secretary DST, for gracing the occasion and laying the foundation stone for the proposed SAMat building. We also take this opportunity to thank DST for constantly supporting us and promoting the center. Thanks to Team DST. I thank former presidents of JNCSR and guests from various other institutes also for accepting our invitation and being present for the function, including our BUWC member. A special thank to Professor G.U. Kulkarni, President of the Center, and Deans for providing all guidance in planning and execution of the event. I thank the architects from Messrs. Mindspace for designing the proposed SAMat building. Thank you. Now I would like to thank the people who have worked behind the scene to execute this function, our technical and audiovisual team, estate office team, librarian, public relation officer, ICMS office, dining hall, and others I did not mention here for contributing to the event. I thank them all for making the event possible and a success. At the end, I thank JNCSF faculty members and officers for wholeheartedly participating in the event. Thank you all. Jai Hind. Please note that a high tea has been organized at Conference Dining Hall. You all are requested to join Secretary DST and Professor Sienna Rao for the high tea. Thank you.
Including those who are online.
Including those online. Yes, sir.
Whoever can make it.
Sorry, I missed it, sir.